What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to our first episode on Under Further Review. I am your host, Kenny Crossman. Alongside of me, as always, my ride or die, my other host, Josh Boone. What's up, everybody? How you doing, man? Let them know how you feeling, Josh. Let them know.
Hey, everybody. I'm feeling terrific. I'm feeling great. But if you are joining us on this little live meeting, we did just try to go live on our Facebook page. We were not aware that you have to basically know how to set off a nuclear warhead to fucking go live on Facebook.
Yeah,
so
it was bad.
Sorry, guys. We'll get that up and running, and we'll figure that out. But for right now, we're on YouTube. It's our first podcast. A little bit about me. I met Kenny at Wendy's. And then ever since then, we had a bromance. Like, what was that, like 7 years ago we met or whatever?
Yeah, it was a long time, man. We've been wanting to do this podcast for a long time. And it's just been in the works. We used to be House of Sports. And we changed it up. We went to Under Further Review, made a podcast. And here we are. We're doing it, dude. So basically what this podcast is, you guys can chat, let us know. We're watching all the chat now, so basically send us what your teams are, topics, anything you guys want to talk about sports-wise. We're here. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to try to do local sports as well. So if you want to talk any kind of local sports, football, basketball, baseball. We like to try to get high school athletes on here, promote them a little bit. But we're going to also try to do, see if we can get some interviews with pro athletes, minors, anything like that to help boost the show. So yeah, everybody just start chatting and we'll talk. So basically, what we're going to talk about is anything under the sun right now until we get anybody chatting. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Last week, Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions, man. What do you think about that?
Happy for them to get their first ring.
Yeah.
And, I was actually cheering for the Patriots just on a strict basis that the Philly fans, I mean, like, listen, you got your first ring, you had the right to be, like, happy as shit, but,
right.
I mean, not every city did what they did. I mean, Baltimore's a way worse city, crime-wise, than Philly, and we didn't loot stores or put cars on fire or eat horse shit like one guy did.
I can't believe they actually did that, by the way. That's insane.
It's like, dude, you guys throw snowballs at Santa. It's like, it's cool to be like the hardest environment to play in, but you're an asshole.
Right.
You know? Like, so, why can't you guys be like Seattle? Seattle, like, one of the hardest environments to play in, but they're not, like, known to be assholes. They're just known to be loud, and cheer a team on. But, it is what it is.
I think, basically, everything that I've ever believed in and ever thought is true. There is no team that's going to win that does not have the defense to do it. I don't care how good your offense is. Basically, Philly did exactly what every team that's going to win a Super Bowl is going to do. Defense wins it. You had Graham come in with the strip sack. Fumble got that at the, I think it was like 2:19. It was that final drive with Brady. Pretty much sealed the deal for Philly. And so everybody that wants to talk about having the best offense. My team, obviously, if you look in the background, I'm a Steelers fan. My boy over here is a Raven fan. Yeah. We're doing all right.
Marriage.
But Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, you can talk about the whole offense as much as you want. If the defense sucks, who cares, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, hey, shout out to everybody in Philly. Philly fans, Philly viewers, you guys are the champs, man. You guys deserve it. You guys did it with a backup quarterback, and it's your first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So congratulations. And now Boone, we just got a little shout out from Nick Boone, who asks, "Will Brady finally retire?" I don't believe so. No. I think Tom Brady's going to be in the league for as long as he wants to be. I know Giselle, if you watch Tom vs. Time, the Facebook 5 or 6 episode thing, it was actually pretty good. It gave me a newfound respect for Tom Brady, even though I still hate the Patriots and still hate Tom Brady, just because they win all the freaking time. But anyway, no, I think Tom's going to be in the league for a while, especially if Belichick's still there. They're going to run that. Gronkowski's probably going to come back. Josh McDaniels came back, which leads me to believe that Tom Brady is going to be there for an extended period of time. So,
well, he's definitely not going out on a loss.
No,
he's gonna. If he wins next year, maybe he'll retire. But dude, you can only do it so long. And if he obviously he had this kissing thing with his son, so if he has a good ass relationship with his kids, he's eventually going to want to get out. Help them.
I don't think Tom's going to retire until he gets one more ring.
He wants the 6.
He wants the 6. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get the 6, but he's going to keep doing it until he gets another ring. Whether he does or not, I don't know. I would say my time frame on Tom Brady is at least another 3 years.
Basically,
I don't see him playing at 45.
Basically, no. But no. Basically, if you look at the AFC right now, dude, it's it's the Jags, Steelers, Patriots right now. Unless something
of right now, yeah,
it's that's the only ones in the AFC that are really gonna go to the Super Bowl out of those 3. Unless the Texans, which Deshaun Watson, if he plays like he did before he got hurt, and then pull something, but. If
Deshaun Watson plays like he did before he got hurt, the Texans could be the real deal.
Yeah.
Also, J.J. Watt needs to stay healthy as well. I think him on the defense makes the Texans extremely dangerous. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be the Patriots and Steelers. I think next year is going to be a little bit different in the AFC playoff picture. I honestly think that John Gruden going to the Oakland Raiders is a really good thing for. Sorry, it's not the Oakland Raiders. It's the Las Vegas Raiders, which is insane. But I think John going to the Raiders is gonna make them back to being what they were when he was there the first go round. So I think the Oakland Raiders make the playoffs next year. I think the Tennessee Titans now under Vrabel could be kind of dangerous. I like Marcus Mariota, but I still think the Titans have a little ways to go before they're considered a Super Bowl contender. But you're right, Josh. As of right now, it's just going to be between the Patriots and Steelers, unless somebody like the Jacksonville Jaguars, if that defense stays healthy, if they come back and play like they did last year or this year, they could be dangerous. But Blake Bortles has to play like he did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Over 3,000 yards passing. I think he was 21 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. He didn't blow anybody away, but he managed the game, which is what a quarterback should do.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be Aaron Rodgers. Just needs to manage the game and get the defense into winning at the end. They don't really have to put that much points up. I would say safely the Jacksonville Jaguars can win a game if they score 17 or more. Or 17. At least 17.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable with that.
Their defense is good, man.
Yeah. Their defense is good.
So
Nick also asked, who will be the number 1 overall draft pick?
That's tough.
That's tough. Now, the first pick is going to go to the Browns. The Browns can do multiple things with this, but I think the Browns are completely stupid if they go quarterback with the number 1 pick. The reason why I say that is because the following 2 teams that are behind the Browns, you have the Colts and Giants. Now, the Giants can do one of two things. They can go out and get Nick Foles from the Eagles. Okay, and I think putting Nick Foles in now with the new head coach that they got from Minnesota, I think maybe he can do what Doug Peterson did with Nick Foles in the playoffs, which is that run option.
Yeah.
As long as they make Nick Foles comfortable with that run option, and they allow him to have easy reads. I think Nick Foles can do good, especially with Odell Beckham. If Brandon Marshall can stay healthy, and maybe if they can go out and get maybe Jarvis Landry. Odell and Jarvis Landry together, that could be... Yo, Nick, I'm shouting out to you since you're chatting. Those are some LSU boys that are ready to win some rings, you know what I'm saying?
Because they couldn't in college, so.
So, I think Nick Foles could be a good fit for the Giants. Now, that being said, if the Browns go quarterback number 1, that would be stupid, because if the Giants really want to take this offense to something else, they can go with Saquon Barkley, the running back from Penn State, who I think could be the most dangerous in that first top 10 for an offensive playmaker. I don't see the Colts going that way, because I do see the Colts trying to go with a quarterback, but I don't like Sam Darnold. I don't like Josh Rosen. The only quarterback that I might like coming out of here could be Baker Mayfield, depending on what team he goes to. I don't see him being a good fit for the Colts. So the Colts, their defense sucks.
Yeah.
So they could go defense. But if you're the Browns, you go Saquon Barkley. You have no run game. I don't believe in Duke Johnson Jr. I don't believe in his Crowell. I think both of them suck. They might be good at getting you an average of 67, 70 yards a game, maybe 2 to 3 yards receptions for 17 yards. And if they get a touchdown, you'll shit your pants because, was Deshaun Kaiser going to be blowing this thing up? No, I don't think so. So I think they go with a playmaker out of the backfield, Saquon Barkley, go first round with him. Now they got Josh Gordon. Maybe they can go and get a receiver in free agency that can help Josh Gordon out, and Coleman's not that bad. He did have a lot of drops, especially in the last game against the Steelers, which he looked like he sucked, but he's still a good receiver. But Nick, I think they go with Saquon Barkley. That would be my smart choice. They need a run game to help out the passing game. What do you think, dude?
Browns?
I mean, we say the Browns lightly around here because anybody that goes to the Browns literally it's almost like player suicide.
Yeah, it's career's over. Yeah, I see him going running back. I actually just read that Gil Brandt, who, by the way, Gil Brandt is 87 years old, senile, and probably just insane because he said the Browns are going to take Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen at 1 and 4 or 1 and 3, whatever they got. But it's like, dude, if they take Sam Darnold, that dude has Mark Sanchez career written all over him.
Now, we talk about this when we watch college football on Saturdays. The amount of quarterbacks that came out of USC that's relevant, that's worth talking about, we'll wait. Because
it's just Carson, really.
There's not.
But Carson never did anything, really.
Carson never did anything. Matt Leinart never did anything. Cody Kelsey never did it. Or Kessler didn't do anything. USC quarterbacks suck. Straight up. Sam Darnold's going to be just another one. Everybody talks about, he's NFL ready. Yeah. For what? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold hasn't won any kind of national championship.
He's great in those Allstate commercials, though. He's a caveman. So easy as Sam Darnold can do it.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
But what do you think about some of this pending free agent class, man? There's like 3 quarterbacks from Minnesota coming out. Teddy, Case Keenum, Sam Bradford. Yeah. You have a trading chip in Nick Foles. You have Kirk Cousins, who's going to go break the bank. Jimmy G's probably pissed about that.
Jimmy G is the richest NFL player in NFL history. He's happy as shit right now.
But dude, if Kirk Cousins goes to the Broncos, I think the Broncos win the West.
He's the only two teams that I can see Cousins going to that he could actually maybe do something with would be the Broncos or the Giants if Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders can both stay. Yeah. If one of them or both of them leave, then Kirk Cousins is right back into where he was with Washington.
But he has a better defense.
He has a better defense, but they're aging.
Yeah. Akeem Talib, I think it's definitely getting traded in the offseason. Listen, you heard it here first on this podcast.
Yeah.
Aqib Talib is traded or cut before the season. He's not a Bronco.
No.
He's not a Bronco next year.
No, I don't. And speaking of top corners that are going to be traded or let go, Malcolm Butler's going to be out there as well. Yeah. And I'm not really sure what happened to Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. Nobody's ever going to know. Belichick and, everybody in New England's going to keep that on the down low. Bullshit if they're going to say that's a schematic thing. They wanted to stay in nickel. They had other plans for Rowe, and Malcolm Butler didn't fit in. Malcolm Butler played 97% throughout the season on defense. Now, all of a sudden, in the biggest game of the year, you're going to take probably your best cornerback out. Stephon Gilmore, I'll give him some credit. He did okay against Alshon Jeffrey. He did okay. But for the most part, during the season, Stephon Gilmore did not look like Stephon Gilmore.
No.
I mean, he was getting torched. So, if you're going to sit Malcolm Butler, something happened behind closed doors, and Malcolm's out. But I don't know where Malcolm's going to go. My gut tells me he's going to want to play for a contender, and I think a team that's going to be up and coming is the 49ers. I think they got a lot of good pieces in play.
They're going to make a big splash. They're definitely going to try to get a receiver.
I think so.
I think Jimmy Graham hops shit in the NFC West, and he goes with the Niners.
You think Graham goes to the Niners?
I think so.
They do need a tight end. They do need a tight end.
He's going to want money. He's going to want a team that's going on the uprise, if not a contender.
What, in your opinion, what do you think Jimmy Graham is worth money-wise? What would you pay him? Let me rephrase it. Do you think Jimmy Graham is a top 5 tight end currently?
Well, listen. Here, let's do it this way. I'll make it easy for myself. I'm going to say Gronk.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz is in the top 5. Maybe not 2, but in there. I'm drawing a blank on the damn tight end. Martellus Bennett when he's healthy.
Right.
He's probably in there. I can't really think. I don't got all of them listed in front of me, but really, I think he's top 10. Maybe not top 5.
Top 10.
He's definitely going to get top tier money.
The reason why I say is his market value right now is $10 million a season. 1 year, $10 million.
Won't get that.
Well, that's what. Well,
no. I mean, like signing somewhere else, $10 million a year.
Right. So if Jimmy Graham wants to play, he's not going to get. In my opinion, he's not going to get top 5 money for the tight end.
So you're thinking like 6 to 8.
I can see somebody sign if he wants to go to the 49ers or if he wants to be in contention to play. In order for him to get $10 million, he's going to have to play for 2 years to get that $10 million. Yeah. At least $10 million. So I would say 2 years. I would give him 2 years, $13 million.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because he had a solid season this year, but
he did.
When he went to the Seahawks, everyone's like, "Oh shit!" But then he like fell off the board.
He did, but there's times when I watch Jimmy Graham not perform.
Yeah,
he's literally just like Gronk, only not as consistent.
Well, the thing with that is when he gets hurt, the Seahawks are like, "Don't worry, we got the defense, we got Russell Wilson, we can still survive."
Right.
But when Gronk's out, that's the storyline with the Patriots going into games.
Right.
It's, dude, Gronk's out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then again, you got Brady. So
you got Brady.
But I'm saying even Tyler Eifert, maybe, from the Bengals.
He can't stay healthy. He can't.
He can't. That's what. And there's rumors flying around that if Gronk is serious about this retirement, that the Patriots go after Jimmy Graham or Tyler Eifert.
See, I would stay so far away from Tyler Eifert.
Listen, as a Baltimore Ravens fan, we know the Bengals receiving corps all too well. And apparently the only game that they can play the shit out of a fourth quarter is against the Ravens. But you're right, he can't stay healthy. The Ravens played with a 36-year-old tight end this year, so I don't, tight end's really irrelevant for me.
Well, just going off pending free agents, we're just going to talk about quarterbacks for a quick second. The pending free agents, and look, it's bad for quarterbacks this year. Drew Brees is leading it. Now, Drew Brees is 39.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a Saint. They're gonna work that deal out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take him off the board. Now, after Drew Brees, these are the guys that are still in play. Kirk Cousins, we already talked about. Okay, he's probably gonna go to the Broncos, somewhere like that. And then you got Sam Bradford. He's not a franchise quarterback. Jay Cutler, Josh McCown, Drew Stanton, Chad Henne. The list goes on with just shit quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there. So if you need a quarterback and you don't want to go into the draft to immediately start a quarterback, which is always terrible in my opinion, you always just throw them out into the wild and then they either get hurt or they suck because they're not ready.
They sink or swim.
Right. So if you're in need of a quarterback this year, you're going to want to make a trade. In my opinion, you're going to want to Nick Foles, anybody. If somebody's out there that's not happy about the position that they're in on the team that they're on, make a trade for them.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's another one.
He could be traded.
He could be traded. So it's guys like that. Maybe Blake Bortles or Eli Manning. Somebody like that.
Now, what about the backup quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, Ryan Mallett?
Oh God, Ryan Mallett would be look. I found out that Home Depot is always hired, and for Ryan Mallett, I think he'd be great. Maybe doing some, maybe in the plumbing section or in the painting. Yeah. He could probably be the one that stirs your paint. I don't know. He'd be terrible at that too. But hey, what's up, Justin? I see you out there. What's up, baby? Now we got a little chat from Roland Boone. He says, will Eric DeCosta be better than Ozzie Newsome as the Ravens GM next year? Now, I will say this. Yes. Ozzie Newsome came out and said that this is his last year as a GM. So this last draft class is pretty much going to define what Ozzie Newsome has been as a offensive draft manager when it comes to the NFL draft. He's done poorly as the offensive side, but the defensive side has been really good. The Ravens have always done really good at draft and defense. Now, will Eric DeCosta be better? I think so offensively. I think he's been in the works to maybe do better offensively, but Ozzie Newsome defensively, I think is tough to beat.
Oh yeah. He's got 3 Hall of Famers on his resume because Reed is going in next year, and that's 2 defensive players already. Yeah. But dude, I think DeCosta's going to be more aggressive when it comes to trades, free agency, and like you said, offense in the draft and stuff. Yeah. Because apparently during the season, the Ravens tried to trade for Landry, and the Dolphins didn't like the deal. They didn't give us details, of course. I'm sure the Ravens offered a 6th-round pick or something next year, not even in this draft, for them, because they're geniuses. But, no, I think DeCosta's better. And when Newsome leaves, he's going to stay in, like, some sort of management.
Yeah, he will.
They said that, so.
Yeah, Justin's right. DeCosta has been right beside Ozzie for literally a decade.
Yeah.
So, dude, you know we can say, DeCosta may be better, but he's right. I think he's going to do the same things as Ozzie was trying to do for the Ravens. I think, my opinion, you want to build the defense to at least top 3 defense, at worst top 5. You got to have a top 5 defense in order to win a Super Bowl. Offensively, I think they got to do a better job with their scouting team. I think when it comes to Ozzie and DeCosta, I think we put too much into them and not enough into the scouting.
Well, they lost their whole senior scouting crew. They're all the Eagles.
Yeah, but I think, again, you could probably blame that on Ozzie and upper management, like Steve Bisciotti. Yeah. You have to build from the ground up. If your scouting team isn't giving you the right information or the right players to put into the formations that Harbaugh wants to use, or Dean Pease, which is now no longer. But if you're not getting the right guys that fit your schematics to actually work in the offense, like Bernard Perriman, I thought was a joke when you guys got him. Yeah. Granted, he's fast, but when he came out, he had bad hands. He couldn't stay healthy. And now when he is healthy, he's still not he's not performing. So it comes down to the scouting to make sure that they're actually getting the right players in place for you guys. You know, like the Steelers. Steelers are they're subpar with defense.
You're receiving scout,
but we can get receivers. We had Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, Antonio Brown, Martavius Bryant. I mean, that's what you need. It all comes down to scouting.
Dude. And Perryman, by the way, if you watch his highlight video, it's all streaks.
Yeah,
it's like that was his only route.
Yeah,
but like I was saying, everyone's saying that they want to sign Landry and stuff, but it's like Flacco ain't gonna throw up big numbers anyway. So why spend money and get a top tier kind of guy in receiver when Flacco's not even gonna throw to him anyways? He's gonna throw to the running back like 50% of the time, probably.
Well,
we might as well get somebody like a guy like David Johnson, who could run and catch, and this is gonna suck to say, but like a Ray Rice, who used to catch and just be a beast with it, and it works so well because I don't know why, but Flacco can drop a 50-yard dime, and they only let him throw it like 2 yards. You know what I mean? It's like you said, playing into their strengths, and they don't seem to do that on the offense.
Yeah.
So,
but my thing is when it comes to Joe Flacco, right now, 2018, he's going to be. The cap hit he's going to have this year is $24 million, which is insane. It comes from that deal. I get it. But for Joe Flacco, I feel like his progression when the ball snapped, his progression from his reads, I feel like has dropped immensely. Yeah. Like before he could read the field like nobody else. He probably at one point in time, in my mind, could have been a top 10 quarterback in the league. Especially when he won the Super Bowl. The playoffs, he was one of the best that ever did it during that playoff run. Joe Flacco has, ever since he got injured, seems like he's either got one read. If it's not there, it's automatically a hot route. Like, it's either get the ball out of my hands because I don't want to get injured again.
Yeah.
So his read progression has dropped. So I think Joe Flacco, in order for him to get back to what Joe Flacco is, in order for him to have more progression, he's got to have better receivers that he has trust in. And the biggest thing that he's missing is a tight end. Not having Dennis Pitta, not having that guy that he can go to.
Yeah.
Unless he has that, he's not going to be the Joe Flacco that you guys need. You know what I mean?
And if they don't draft a receiver that can make an impact or pick one up, we're literally going into next season with Macklin and Perryman as our 1 and 2.
That's terrible.
Because Wallace, I'm pretty sure, is going to walk, which he should, I guess.
Yeah. See, and I don't know if the Ravens have enough money in cap to go out and get a number 1.
We're going to have to cut Webb. They're saying maybe cut Macklin. But then if you cut Macklin, then we go in with Perryman and who? Landry, Terrell Pryor. They were floating Terrell Pryor. If we pick up Terrell Pryor, then it's a wrap on this season. You know, like, we might as well just throw in the towel.
Yeah, Terrell Pryor, if Terrell Pryor didn't do anything with Kirk Cousins in Washington as that number 1, with having Jamison Crowder, Vernon Davis, Jordan Reed,
Christian Thompson, really, it's a running back.
Well, Christian, if he didn't do anything in Washington, he sure shit ain't going to do anything in Baltimore. Because now they're going to say, not only do we want you to be our number 1, but we want you to be everything when it comes to the offense. Yeah. Passing offense, it's terrible in Baltimore.
Like,
terrible in Baltimore.
Hey,
but
oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to give everybody an update on scores right now. We're just going to do some NBA. I'll give you a little synopsis of what's happening. I'm not really an NBA fan, but I'm going to give the scores. It looks like the Pelicans beat the Nets 138-128. Milwaukee beat Orlando 111-104. Philly beat the Clippers 112-98. Washington, what's up? 101-90 against the Bulls. Dallas Mavericks beat the Lakers 130-123.
Yeah.
Golden State beats the Spurs 122-105. And the Denver Nuggets beat the Suns 123-113. Just a real quick shout to NBA. Dude, have you really been following anything with the NBA?
I knew the Cavs just like blew up the roster.
Oh my god! I mean, I'm happy that D Wade's back in Miami. I think that's cool. I don't think he's really. I mean, the first game he came back, he had that stuff block, and they like won the game. I get it, but D Wade back in Miami is not going to like take him to another championship. It's just it's kind of bittersweet that he's back in Miami. But yeah, I was going to talk about the Cavs. Cavs lost everybody, but in Atlanta the other night, it was hilarious. Atlanta fans, while Jeff Green was shooting foul shots, they were chanting, "LeBron will trade you." Basically, if he misses these foul shots, which I thought was hilarious because
he's like the GM coach.
Yeah. But yeah, and then in men's basketball, just give you a little top there. Villanova beats Butler 86-75. West Virginia loses to Oklahoma State 88-85. Kansas loses to Baylor 80-64. Miami loses to Boston College 72-70. Iowa State beats Oklahoma 88-80. My Tar Heels beat the NC State 96-89. Xavier beats Creighton 72-71. Auburn beats Georgia 78-61. Michigan State, dude, beat Purdue 68-65. Ohio State 82-64 against Iowa. Tennessee loses to Alabama 78-50. Wichita State beats Connecticut 95-74. Virginia Tech in overtime, baby. Upset of the day.
That's
61-60 against Virginia. And wrapping up, Nevada beats San Diego State 83-58.
Yo Romero knocked out Luke.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Romero beats Rockhold. Good.
Damn.
Rockhold, you're a pussy. I can't stand Rockhold, man.
Listen, I liked Rockhold up until he had to trash my boy GSP.
Yeah.
Saying get out of his weight class.
Look, that's the thing. If you're gonna talk it, you better back it up.
Yeah.
And Rockhold doesn't. He doesn't.
GSP beat the champion his weight class, and he said, "Get out of my weight class." It's like, dude, he beat the champion in your weight class. You can't say him to get out when he beat the best.
So everybody out there, we watch all the fights here, and we watched yeah. What's up? We watched Rockhold after he won his last fight. Talked to the media, and the woman that was asking him the questions was asking him normal questions, but he was acting like such a dick to her. Yeah. Like, everything she said was just stupid. Yeah. I was like, dude, you're ridiculous. I hope you lose every single fight from here on out. I used to root for him.
He's on a good start.
Yeah, good start, Rockhold. Good knockout. Anyway, going back to the chat, Roland asked, will Mitch Trubisky lead the Bears to a playoff Super Bowl?
No. That's a no. That's a hard no.
No. The Chicago Bears have so much that they need to work on. And I feel like when we watched the draft last year and we watched the Chicago Bears so hard go up and get Mitch Trubisky from the 49ers, they went up from 3 to 2 just to get Mitch. You know the 49ers were laughing their ass off. They're like, we weren't going to take that guy. Trust me, we were not going to take that guy. The Chicago Bears are dumb.
They got a badass running back duo, though.
They do have a good running back duo, but the problem is that's all they have. Their defense is bad. The quarterback position, Trubisky needs a lot of work. The offensive line needs work, and he needs receivers. Huh?
Whatever happened to Kevin White? Their first
he got injured.
From West
he got
Virginia.
injured. Not only did Kevin White get injured, but they also got Marcus Wheaton from us, who couldn't stay healthy. And good luck if he ever stays healthy. He's like the Tyler Eifert disease. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he's whatever, I can't even talk about Marcus Wheaton.
In short to that question,
Roland, no.
The
Bears are bad. Bears are bad.
The Bears.
Nick asks, they blew up the roster, but did it help? I'm thinking it helped. It helped defensively, and Nick's talking about the Cavs. It helped defensively. George Hill, coming from the Kings, definitely helped. He's a veteran. He was really good with the Pacers. Defensively, he helps that out. Cauldron helps. The Cavs were really bad defensively. Yeah. They were one of the worst in the league. By changing what they had out there, it was really bad with IT, Dwayne Wade, Channing Frye, it was Jay Crowder, it was all bad. Just all bad.
Yeah.
So getting rid of all that shit and putting it elsewhere, getting guys that can play defensively is going to help the Cavs. But the Cavs always have LeBron James, and as long as LeBron James there, Cavs are going to be all right.
Yeah, he'll carry them.
But IT was not doing anything.
Yeah.
While I look up
his hip was.
While I look up college lacrosse scores for Nick.
He wants to hear that. He would want to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just going off what ESPN said. George Hill said, "Cavs got to be all Robin to LeBron the Batman."
Yes.
Basically, they're all saying that LeBron James is Batman, and they're just there for him.
Yeah. And we're talking about the Batman Robin with George Clooney and who was the guy that played Robin with George Clooney?
Chris.
Chris, the guy that's from CSI or whatever with LL Cool J. I don't know. Anyways, basically, it was a terrible Batman. If you want a good laugh, it's on Netflix.
I like those old Batman.
I actually, you know,
everybody shits on those old Batman, but I like that old Batman.
I rewatched it and I was like, damn, I kind of like it, but it is cheesy, dude.
It is.
Like, the Dark Knight set a precedence for Batman, and then the Ben Affleck one kind of fucking ruined it, to be honest. Ben Affleck's like, he's like old as hell, like walking around. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and then I liked him. Man, Nick.
Did college lacrosse even start, Nick?
I can't even find lacrosse on ESPN. What'd you say?
I was wondering, did college lacrosse even start?
I don't know. I think Nick's just playing with us. I don't know.
Nick, all right, listen. Here's what's going on. Is this for real? Listen to this.
Yeah.
Sunday, February 11th, men's Division I lacrosse.
Yep.
This is tomorrow. Yep. Notre Dame is playing Detroit Mercy.
So they got.
Oh, okay. Here's some scores. North Carolina beat Furman 15-14 in overtime.
Thanks, Kirsten. You really just said, please Google lacrosse college scores for me.
Why? You're trying to say that you can just do that? You don't want us to give you the scores?
Man, she's just calling us out, man.
Hey, listen.
We weren't prepared for college lacrosse. Well, we were talking about the Super Bowl.
Hey, Nick, I'm showing you. Ohio State beat Boston University. Vermont beat Fairfield. Maryland beat Navy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Army beat UMass.
Okay.
I didn't even know college lacrosse started, to be honest. Duke beat Jacksonville 19-8.
Dude, that's 60 for 60 with Duke lacrosse.
About the rape case?
Or 30 for 30. 30 for 30.
About the rape case?
Dude, that was awesome. That was one of my favorites.
You know that cop killed himself.
Really?
He killed himself because he was throwing those guys in jail and they didn't even do anything. Or supposedly. Allegedly.
If nobody's actually gotten to see that, look up ESPN 30 for 30 Duke lacrosse.
It's on Netflix, I think.
That's crazy.
Also, look up Boston College.
Hey, Kirsten. Look,
showing us a lot of love.
Yeah, showing us some love.
I can't
all the way from Washington.
What time is it over there?
It's 3 hours. 3 hours behind. So she's looking at like 9:42 right now.
Must be nice.
But yeah, so going off of football. Obviously, Super Bowl's ended. Eagles won. Shout out to Jason, who is actually Kirsten's stepfather, who is a huge Eagles fan. Props to him. He's finally got to witness his team win the Super Bowl. And happy for all the Eagles fans out there that actually got to see their team win the Super Bowl. It's always
go loot gas stations afterwards. So congratulations.
Yeah. Well, hey man, it's a once in a lifetime usually thing. So cherish it, man. Cherish it. True. So now that football's over, going into the sports that are live right now, we got the pitchers and catchers reporting to the spring training right now. I'm going to talk about the Orioles real quick just because I'm so pissed off. Look.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Screw it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Our pitching staff is so bad that me and you could go to Tampa right now and probably be the 3 and 4 pitcher for the Orioles right now.
Yeah,
it's absolutely shit. It's terrible. We got Gausman and Bundy. Dude, they're going to literally pitch every fucking game. Yeah. It's going to be Gausman, Bundy, and then when Britton comes off of his 13th ACL injury, like, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, okay, and that's all of our pitchers. Like, oh my God. And Dan Duquette pisses me off so much because him and Peter Angelos are sitting on money. I know they are because of basically the Comcast deal with them and the Nationals. They've got so much money wrapped up in broadcasting that they're going to say, we can't afford pitching. Yeah. Dude, come on.
And the Yankees are going to win the division.
Yeah, the Yankees. Anybody out there that's a Yankee fan,
do us a favor.
Sorry. But, yeah, Yankees and Red Sox are always going to be there.
Yeah.
And if we're not going to compete, just let us know. Yeah. If you don't want to win, just please send out a tweet, put us on Facebook, something. Just be like, hey, Orioles don't want to do shit this year, guys. So if you want to come out to the baseball game, just go to Boog's Barbecue, get a sandwich, go get a souvenir, and go to Power Plant Live and watch Justin Moore on February 22nd. You know what I'm saying?
He's actually at the Lyric.
He's at the Lyric. Shout out.
Yeah,
Justin Moore. Hey, hit us up, Justin.
Yeah, I'll be there watching Justin Moore. And
February 22nd, I will not be able to make it because that is my wife's birthday. Boo. Shout out to my lovely wife. Love you.
Boo. Is she upstairs?
No.
Oh.
No, she's at work.
Yes.
So, hey, while we're off the topic of sports right now, this logo right above my co-host, that UFR that you see up top, we're going to start putting that into merchandise. That UFR should be on hats, hoodies, sweatpants, t-shirts. So we'll let you guys know when all that goes live that you guys can go get some merch and support us. We're going to try to do this locally for as long as we can. Subscribe to us, like us, share us. We love all of the hate. We love all the likes. We've been wanting to do this for a while, man, and we're finally doing it. So that UFR, you can get that in the black background or the white. So we'll have both of those options. So yeah, as far as the sports world right now, again, it's really college basketball, NBA, and hockey. When football's over, it's pretty much dead. Kirsten says, "What the f? Let's go to the concert with Crystal." It would be nice, but Boone, I can't do it right now. I'll tell you off air. But
what?
I'll tell you off air.
That didn't sound good.
No, I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
So we will go to a concert, just not right now, if you know what I mean, Kirsten. Yeah, right now it's basically college basketball. March, obviously, is March Madness and all the conference tournaments. And then right now we got basketball until April when in the playoffs. Football isn't going to be important until the middle of March when we know what that is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, free agency.
Yes.
End of April is the draft. And we'll be watching that.
Yeah, live.
Baseball again start. Basically, spring training is just pitchers and catchers right now. But as far as any other
what better
topics,
time to start a sports podcast when the sports world is kind of at a
I mean, I will say this: starting up a podcast like what we did from the ground up, it took a while. It really did take a while. And yeah, we came into it right now when the sports world is kind of slow. But actually, that could be the best time because it's given all of our viewers the chance to actually say what they want to say and listen to. Yeah, I'm just literally going off of ESPN, and it's really nothing. I mean, at this point, it is quiet. It's all NBA. So if you guys want to talk about anything that's not sports related tonight, go ahead. Feel free. But again, what we're trying to do on this sports podcast, we're going to give you everything that's up to date going on right now in the world in all kinds of sports, even college lacrosse. And but the premises of this sports podcast is going to be different from anything else. We want to do local sports as well. So if you have high school athletes that want to promote themselves, want to do an interview with us live here on UFR, we can give them a shout out. We can do a interview with their upcoming season. Talk Nick. About, what's up, Nick? We're looking at you, man. So basically, giving some love to the local athletes, trying to build the podcast locally, and then we're going to try to do some big things for it. Try to get some pro athletes on here, maybe mostly retire, because the ones that are active right now probably don't have time for us or costs a crap ton of money. But we're going to try to do as much as we can on this podcast, make it make the viewer friendly as much as we can. Nick, you're gonna be a special guest, man. We'll talk about Mustang football and how you guys are gonna win states while you're the starting linebacker / running back, man.
And then they woke up. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But, so
hey, he did ask. Just to let these guys know too. Yeah. Nick asked to call in. We don't currently have our phone working right now.
Next week.
Call in.
Next week we'll have a phone. We'll get. Well, as of right now.
Yeah.
As of right now, we're going to try to get the phone up next week. That way you guys can live call us. We'll put you on, and we'll talk about any topics that you guys want to talk about. Or if you just want to call, say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, we're here.
Larry?
I mean, that's what this podcast is for. It's basically for you guys, not us. We just love doing it. And we want to give you guys a voice. Because obviously, we're not going to be able to, most of us can't call into ESPN and get what we want to say about our sports teams on. Or even if you try to get to the local radio stations in Baltimore or Pittsburgh or whatever, it's tough to get on. Here, you can get on. We'll get you on. We'll always be watching the chat, listen to the phone. You guys are going to get on. So, yeah, as far as this Saturday, man, I'm just glad we got this first podcast up.
Yeah. We fumbled the Facebook one, though.
Fumbled the Facebook, man. Oh, yeah. God. Yeah, Facebook Live. I don't even know what's going on with that. So basically what I'm going to do, we're just going to go YouTube Live, and I'll just put the YouTube on Facebook after we're done, so that way people can kind of see what we're doing on YouTube. I feel like YouTube's a lot user friendly. The chat doesn't scroll as fast, and the chat works. So yeah, just starting out, we're gonna go YouTube. So follow us. We're gonna try to do this every Saturday. What are you thinking? Like 9? Try to do it like 9 o'clock. Do a depending on how many people we have, what kind of topics we want to talk about. Will depend on how long we go. I like to do at least an hour, maybe 2. Again, it just depends on you guys. So yeah, like us, share us, support us, and we'll be here. So we used to be House of Sports. We are now under further review. And as always, man, we used to say it on House of Sports. I'm going to use it on under further review. Boom. How do we always kick it, man?
If you can't roll with the big dogs, stay on the porch. House of Sports.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in.